We are on the weekly chart of BPCL. Clearly, we can see an uptrend in this area. We draw a trend line by connecting all the swing lows. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches of this trend line before the trend line was broken finally somewhere here. We got this trend line break with this red candle. If you look at this area, we see that the trend line is broken with this big red candle, but then the price could not proceed further and the uptrend continued for a longer period. So the trend line held good, it was not completely broken. The trend line got finally broken here, and when it got broken, look at the fall. There was a waterfall after the trend line break, and there was also a clear change of trend. Earlier, the price was making higher highs and higher lows. When this trend line was broken, the price started to make lower highs and lower lows. In a downtrend, how do we draw a trend line? We connect all the swing highs. Let us do it. So we have connected the highs nicely. Let us see what price reacts. We see that the price has rejected this trend line 4 times. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And when it finally broke this trend line here, it was an indication of a potential trend change, and the trend change indeed happened. After breaking this trend line, the price started to make higher highs and lower highs. Let us once again draw a trend line to represent this uptrend. So here we go, this is a nice trend line again. There are multiple rejections of this trend line. Once this trend line got broken, the price fell a little bit and then continued its upward movement. So what we need to understand is trend lines are a very powerful tool. Now, if you look at this uptrend, this trend line has been acting as a support. As you can see, the price is rejecting this area. The price is again rejecting. If you look at this downtrend, this trend line is acting as a resistance, right? So the trend lines are a very powerful tool. They can start acting as your support in an uptrend and as a resistance in a downtrend. Now I want you to open up at least 20 charts, any time frames, and start drawing trend lines. Then I also want you to observe how the price reacts when it approaches the trend line. Also observe what happens after the trend line is broken. Do you see a change in trend or do you see a sideways movement? Whatever it is, just observe. I'm not asking you to take any trades. Do not trade until I tell you. You just need to observe. So you need to observe 2 things. Once you draw a trend line, you see how the price reacts to the trend line, how the trend line acts as a support in an uptrend and as a resistance in a downtrend. And then when the trend line is broken, observe how the trend has changed. Whatever it is, just observe. Do this with 20 charts and then come back to watch my next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.